on the wrong side of history right now. Everybody going to the movie theaters, and so Tenet flops. It's supposed to be the blockbuster that everybody should be going to, and yet nobody's going to. What do you guys think about this?
Well, I mean, I don't know if anything could really flop right now, considering that not too many people, because I don't think anyone was expecting everybody to go back to the movies right now. And I think it is number one, and it has been number one at the box office since it came out. I'm pretty sure of that. So I think flop right now it would be kind of unfair to call, and it ain't making its money back, that's for sure. But I mean, they kind of made the silly decision to release it in movie theaters right now, so that's I have no sympathy for them, but I wouldn't really call it a flop.
Do you think it's going to make them release it via the digital a little bit faster than previously thought?
In time for the holidays.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
In time for the holidays, yeah, I think so, definitely. I see, and I think that's why I want to call it a flop. So we have Universal earlier this year does Trolls, WB does Scooby Doo, and they're semi-successful. I guess Tenet, I think the whole tagline is going back to blockbuster movies, right? It still doesn't seem very like the smartest thing to do, and I feel you're right, Pat. Like calling it a flop is very difficult, or just not the right words. It didn't do well, I guess is a better word.
How much money did it make? Do you know?
It did do well though. Like if you're going strictly by who, like, okay, we can only count who went to the theaters, right? And what they spent their money on. And more people spent their money on Tenet than any other movie right now. Now it's a smaller sample size, that's true. Instead of millions, it's only hundreds, but I mean, it did do well in that context.
And it's missing two markets as well. It's missing Los Angeles and it's missing New York.
New York, yeah. So it's the two major ones.
Yeah, the two major ones.
Oh, I mean, I think, and I kind of ranted about Wonder Woman 84 a few weeks ago, where they made it a big deal, like you can only see this in theaters. In this, they did make the smart decision. They delayed it yet again to December because that's the smart thing to do. Like right now, not everyone's going to theaters. Mm-hmm. So if you're gonna absolutely release it in theaters, like you're gung-ho about it, then you better be willing to push it back because that's the only way you're going to make your money. I mean, Wonder Woman 84, I thought it was really stupid when they were like the whole like only in theaters, but I mean, they pushed it back to Christmas. So, hey, keep pushing it back until it's safe to do it. So Tenet, like I love Christopher. I really want to see this movie very badly, but like I could care less about seeing it in theaters right now. And I think that's obviously that's how people feel, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't bode well for Dune.
No, and Dune should also be coming out this year too, right?
Well, yeah, and it definitely, I noticed, I saw a trailer for it this morning, and it definitely had a only in theaters watermark at the very end, so.
Keep pushing it. You mentioned that the celebration of Fantastic Fest is coming up next week, I believe. And one of the things that Fantastic Fest has is a secret screening. So this is a virtual one. It's going to be Alamo on demand, but it will be interesting to see what they release. I mean, usually you can kind of guess. Like last year it was The Lighthouse, and people guessed that one, and the other guess that people had was Cats, which it wasn't. But
everybody loved that movie.
Yeah, well, it was like a joke, I guess, because it was. But I mean, this year it's interesting because it's like. There's going to be a secret screening for sure. The question is, what the hell is it going to be? Because I can't even think of any movies right now, honestly.
Borat.
Well, I'm thinking, I'm hoping The Green Knight. That's what
that would be. Oh man, I'm so glad you reminded me of that. Oh yeah.
I mean, it was supposed to come out at South by Southwest, and that never happened.
Right.
Fantastic Fest is a genre film fest. It's Austin again, so I mean. That's what I'm hoping for. That was like maybe my most anticipated movie for that festival. So
yeah, well, it was one of the one of our more anticipated films of the year.
Yeah.
Green Knight. So, and I feel like as 2020 has progressed into the giant dump fire that is, things just start. You start weighing your options of what's going to be, I guess, like viable of like doing this. But yeah, like Dune and The Green Knight are like some of the movies that are for sure I wanted to, I guess, watch this year, and maybe they'll come out soon.
I thought Dune was going to be next year, to be honest with you. Just
Yeah, feels like it.
I thought it was going to even before everything happened because they were releasing all those fantastic set pieces and
Mhm.
making all those announcements, and it seemed like something that was happening in the distance. Like I never heard that it was coming out in 2021. I just kind of assumed that. And then after everything went down, like I kind of took for granted that it was going to come out next year.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know they've been working on it for a very long time, and that trailer looks very, very good.
Yeah.
So if it were ready to go right now, I can totally see that. I would hope that they kind of, based on the numbers we're seeing that are going out to theaters, I would hope that they put it off because I mean, you never want to see a movie fail, and this one looks especially good. So I would, because I know it's planned to be two parts at least. Um, but if the first one doesn't do well, then I mean, the studios have no problems cutting it off with an incomplete story. So
Right.
I
Yeah.
hate that.
Well, June has an initial release date for December 18th, 2020. So it's
I think that.
yeah. So
I bet you it's March. I bet you it's in
yeah.
March.
I
Yeah,
mean, like,
which
we'll be
yeah.
fine. Most summer movies start coming out in March, and it's fine. Let's start. Let's completely forget about spring.
Yeah,
And
it's
do
not like
this.
there's going to be the normal holiday influx for the theaters this year. I don't
It
think
would be
there will be.
perfect to watch Dune in the bitter cold, though. It feels like that's appropriate for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, that is a December movie. I totally agree
Yeah.
with you. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, who knows? When's the elections? The 3rd, right? November 3rd. Maybe
Yeah.
Not
someone will find a
soon.
vaccine on November the 2nd.
Just for this.
Just in time for the elections. Look what I found.
The spice.
Yeah. Well, everybody's still looking for the vaccine. October 31st, Mandalorian season 2 comes out. So maybe everybody should stay in, but November 3rd definitely go out to vote. Have you guys
Mail it
seen it?
in.
Huh?
Or mail it in.
Yeah, mail it in. Do a thing. Just
I mail it in every day, guys. Every show.
This is what the show is right now. We're just mailing it in. This is what you get when I host.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're doing great, buddy. You're doing great.
Thank you.
It's good.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you. So have you guys seen the trailer?
Yeah, I did.
I'll let Blake talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you watched it, Danny?
No. Okay, so funny thing,
Okay,
I saw
I'm
it.
gonna
I told
talk to myself about this. Cool.
I was like, I'm gonna watch it, and then I write it like I have to like type in other stuff that for the rundown, and we got the phone call. So
so I
here we
will
are.
loosely describe it to you. It is there are shots of said Mandalorian. There are shots of what I hate. I hate the term Baby Yoda. Like, can we give this fucking thing a name? Because it's
It
not
does have
Baby
a name.
Yoda.
It
What
does
is it
have a
fucking
name.
the baby?
No,
Yoda.
the child.
The
The
child.
The
Okay.
child.
Well, everyone calls it Baby Yoda still.
Yeah, because they're idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so the child is center stage. No, it looks fun. It looks like definitely more of what we liked from the first, action packed. I think it was a pretty exciting trailer. I'll have to find somebody to steal Disney Plus from for like at least a couple weeks.
Got your baby boy. I got your baby boy.
Yeah, that's right.
I haven't seen the trailer yet for one. Well, actually, there's one major reason. It has a wrestler in it. Even worse, a female wrestler. And women's wrestling fans are the absolute worst. Like they're the dirt worst. They're the bottom. And wrestling fans suck in general. So when you're the bottom of the barrel wrestling fan, it's like God, I don't even know what to compare it to.
Is that like? Is it
Yeah.
like it?
It's but and then you combine that with they're also a Star Wars fan.
Okay.
So they're like the
yeah.
absolute geekiest of the geek. Like
They're-
geek of the week type of thing. It's horrible.
That's fine. I mean,
Who's the wrestler you're talking about?
yeah.
She plays the Jedi, Sasha Banks, the woman.
Oh, Sasha Banks. I know
Yeah.
that name. That's all I know because I don't watch wrestling.
Hold on, I gotta get a look at it.
She's playing the Jedi.
Yeah, they announced it last year actually.
She already looks like a Jedi. She's got fucking purple hair.
She has purple hair. Yeah. They announced it last year, and last year when they announced it, people went nuts about it last year. So when I heard she was going to be in the trailer, I was just like, no, because I don't know. wrestling fans. They're too vocal. Star Wars fans are actually not too bad, but the ones who are vocal are just so annoying. It's just the perfect storm. Uh,
So
losers.
your hopes are not high for season 2.
No, as for the season itself, now I'm not gonna watch the trailer. The show, because I did like the first season of The Mandalorian. I'll just go in without the trailer because I'm sure there's something that I'll really like about it, but someone will tell me why some Star Wars fan will tell me why it's not cool. Something about Sasha Banks I probably won't like, and some women's wrestling fan will tell me why it's like the best thing ever. So I'll just like not watch the trailer. I'll watch the show because I enjoyed it. Even Baby Yoda. And,
Hey, Sasha Banks' real name is Mercedes. So
yeah,
related to Snoop
Snoop
Dogg.
Dogg. She's Snoop Dogg's
oh
cousin.
shit, dude, she's cool as fuck. I'm totally down with her.
Yeah, she's actually pretty cool. Like, but women's wrestling fans aren't, and her fans are actually the absolute. I mean, it's just layers and layers of. It's like piling shit on shit.
I get it now. I get it. I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Like, no, I'm like, I want to know more just because I need to like look. So I'm Googling Sasha Banks fans. Go ahead, guys.
Oh yeah. When did you get to the part where they threatened her fiance's life she announced they were engaged?
Oh, first headline: fans receive lifetime ban after.